the Mala Public Library. My name is Joan. I am your yoga instructor today. We're doing a gentle yoga practice to help us to stretch, breathe, move, open, release, and connect to the earth, because today is Earth Day. So as you sit, however you've chosen to sit, just sit comfortably, stick your fingers gently to the earth. Just kind of feel that sensation of rooting them down. Relax your shoulders and level your head. And if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. And as you breathe in and you breathe out, feel the energy that you hold within yourself that makes you unique. And feel that energy as it connects to the earth and the air and the space around you and the space within you. And take a nice deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And swallowing gently and connecting to all the fluids that are contained within the body and the water of the earth. And it's such a beautiful day, so even though we're not outside, envision that the sun is just shining right down on you, warming up the earth and warming you up and setting ourselves up for an opportunity to bloom and grow. And then think about all the things that you carry around in your head, your body, your heart, your spirit, your breath, and release something. Make a conscious effort to say to yourself, today I am letting go of, and just pick one thing. And see if you can sit a little taller and relax the shoulders down a little more. And sit back a little bit, so some of you are kind of leaning forward. So when you lean forward, you're moving into what's happening next. So you want to be right here in this present moment and celebrate the breath, the energy that is you, the gifts and talents you bring to the table, that sense of connection, opening up into creativity and possibility and inner awareness, and letting go of what no longer serves you. So rotate the palms now and relax the shoulders back and down, and then just gently lift up, just a little bit. And when you feel that it's really heavy, pause. And ask yourself, what am I carrying? And then just release it. Just let it come float down a little bit. And soften the shoulders. And then give yourself permission, release a little more. So relax the shoulders down and release a little more. And lift a little taller and open up through the heart. That was so beautiful what just happened here. And then relax the arms a little more. And take a breath in through the nose, whatever that is for you, and out through the nose, and release a little more. And soften the jaw. And then roll the hands and just hit delete. And then twist to one side just gently and begin to ring out right through the center of the body and opposite side. And a couple more. And every time you go, maybe just a little bit more. Keep that front shoulder down. And wring out anything that feels tight. And last one. And then ground the right hand, lift the left, and just reach up, don't look up. Reach up. Ask yourself, what do I need? And relax the shoulder. And just let it come right down to the heart. And bow to yourself. I have everything I need within me. I am filling myself up with peace and calmness and contentment and courage and patience. And whatever else it is that you need. And then release that hand and stretch it up. And see if you feel like you have more space under the arm, under the ribs. Lift up, soften it. And just small, lean over and come back. And a little more, create some space. Opening up through the side body, releasing through the spine, and a little more. And then relax that down and then release that left hand to the mat and the right hand comes up and I reach up, reach up, reach up and sink that down and ask myself, what else do I need? So if you're here, bring yourself back and soften it. Work less, gain more. Take a breath and bring down, just let it float like a feather without an effort and bring it right to the heart. And bow to yourself. I am my own person. Everything I need is already within me. I invite, and then pick something, to enter my body, to relax my heart, to enable me to breathe into this day with ease. And then release that arm down and breathe, and then just lift up and come over, stretch small and a little more. And work less and gain more. Don't muscle into it. Just feel this sensation of gently releasing, softening the jaw. Both arms up, stretch up, look up, and just float the arms straight down, celebrating the gifts of this day, and then pushing away anything that no longer serves you, and gathering more, and bringing it down without an effort, and pushing away what you don't need, and inhale, lifting up one more, and bring it down, and push away what no longer serves you, and then release the hands, and just what do you receive? What did you just receive? Space, a calmer mind, a new thought, clarity, an opportunity to let go of limitations, whatever it is. Now we're just going to lean the hands forward and just rock a little bit and open up diagonally. Breathing, breathing, breathing. And as you breathe right here, feel the sensation of moving around center. Moving out of the way of things that create a blockage, and soften it. Good. Slide that left hand as far forward as you can, and then just kind of stretch it till you feel you can't go anymore. Just pause. Sink the shoulder down. Come a little lower if you can. Soften your gaze. Your head's an extension of the spine. Your gaze is to the floor. And then slide it back and out to the side, and then other hand, and just glide it forward. And notice one side may not feel the same, and just start small. Take a breath and release a little more. And then slide it back. Good. And now we're just going to transition, but before we do, we're just going to stir the pot. So all the parts that don't work, imagine that they're just flying off with centrifugal force. And then when you come to the back of the circle, you pause and you invite in the things that will help you ground down, open up, soften, breathe, pause, stretch, move, and then pause at the top. And take a breath in through the nose and feel the coolness of the air. And then exhale through the nose and feel the warmth. And sink the shoulders down a little more. Good. Now roll your head to the right just a little bit and see how that feels. And relax your jaw down and feel this whole left side and across the shoulder. And then just release that left arm and soften the arm and the shoulder head down. Gaze is soft. Work that arm a little more toward the back and see if you can open up this space right to the left of the shoulder capsule and soften it down and back. And notice what's tight. You can feel it maybe all the way up into your ear. And then you gently release, and then the other hand, I bring it out, I turn, get about 45 degrees, and I move that arm back a little bit. And I let go of the things that I think I have to control, to be in charge of. Feel that opposite side of the neck, down the side of the head, neck, ear, shoulder, and let go. Good. And then just pause and see if you feel just a little shift. Roll your head to each side and notice maybe it's a little softer. Now we're going to transition to a standing position. So we're just going to release our legs, come into a table, and once I'm here, bring the right foot forward, tuck the back toes, and just step up and just hang gently here. Now, if you have head health, eye issues, your head is up, you don't go so low. But if you're comfortable and you're right here, you can let your whole head, neck, you're gonna feel a little heaviness maybe through your face. Pay attention, especially if you have sinuses issues. And then just ripple it up. Take it nice and slow and ripple up through the spine until you come up, head comes up last. And your feet are hip distance apart. So remember, your hip distance is the distance of your two fists between your feet. And as you breathe here, kind of feel your feet, make sure your toes are in alignment, roll the shoulders back and down, and soften right through the hip creases and the knees. Level the head, relax the jaw. Feel your feet, connect to the earth. Feel that sensation of rooting, grounding, balance, and support. Pay attention to what your toes are doing. Press the big toe down, and then see if you can even out the pressure between your toes. If you have to lift your feet and move them until you feel that, feel the heel, and then feel the arch of the foot. Breathe. Now, as you ground down and you connect to the earth, we want to lift up gently into the air and the space above us. And we exhale, chin to the chest. And we inhale and maybe look up gently, just to shoulder height. We start small. And exhale. And we begin to feel this sensation of energy pulling up through the body and letting it go. Now notice, so as I'm standing here, I can feel my hips are a little off and maybe my one leg is a little bit longer. I don't judge, I just notice, and then I see if I can soften what I'm holding too tight. Inhale, maybe lift up a little more. Exhale, come down a little more. Leave your eyes open. Inhale, lift up. Imagine you're a tree and you're grounded and the trunk moves with the breeze, as does the canopy. And we're in this season of spring, so things are starting to bloom and color is changing. And we go from dark and bleak to light and sun and color. And now we bring that sensation of awareness and maybe come a little lower. And inhale, bring it up. And exhale, glide it down. Connect to the earth and to the sky. And feeling this sensation of whatever it is that you're pulling up. You may feel it through your arms, center of your palms. Feel that flexion of the spine. Let the breath move with gently. Inhale, bring it up. Open up your arms. Embrace the space. Sink the shoulders down. Take a breath. If you can, close your eyes. Fill yourself up with what you need. And then gently open your eyes and feel like you're a bird. So you're going to glide down, feeling the current of the air that's being created just by the movement of our arms and the movement of the air in the room. And feel this sensation of lightness in your inner being. Softening heavy thoughts, opening the heart, releasing underneath the arms, feeling the sensation of flexibility. Moving gently with the breeze. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale in through the nose, out through the nose. Now I want to change direction so nothing can knock me down. So I go down to the right. Inhale, lift up. And down and gently to the left. And feel that movement through the legs. Feel if your backs of your legs, calves, knees, thighs, hamstrings are tight. And go less. Breathe. Inhale. Blow out the breath like you're blowing a candle. In. Good. Breathe. One more on each side. One more. Good. Come to neutral. Arms out, letter T. Roll the shoulders. Feel that sensation of letting go across the front, back, and the tops of the shoulders. And you breathe. And then reverse your circle and let go of more. What do you carry? Family, friends, health issues, stuff, your purse, stuff, whatever stuff. And then now when you roll forward, without judgment, I want you to feel how you roll. So when you roll, just roll, but don't go far. And then just feel where you're tight. Feel where you may have a little restriction. See if you can work your arms a little bit, wiggle them out. Wiggle through the back body, maybe come a little lower. See if you can work out spots that are tight. Imagine you're in a pool of water and you're just gonna move it around. And come as low as you can go, take a breath. And then cross your hands, inhale, lift up. Cross at the top, exhale, knees are soft, cross at the bottom. Now, when you come here again and you hold it, feel right here, lower spine. If you feel like you get stuck in the middle, just roll yourself up and see if you can change that comfortably. So the trick to this is, instead of just rolling right from the waistband and folding forward, you get a few restrictions here perhaps. You're gonna just bend the knees and start with the tailbone back and come down as low as you can go. If your torso can rest right on your thighs and your hands can hang, and then you release and fold forward, see if that feels different. Take a breath. Sink the tailbone down and ripple up. And breathe. Nice. Now when you breathe here and you stand right here, feel your posture. How much space do you have here? If you're here, you're compressing your lungs. You want to stand so that you're lifting up and softening down, paying attention to what's involved in the jaw. Feel the hip creases, move it around. Really feel the feet, ankles, knees, hips, shoulders, moving around without an effort. Feel the long bones. And then pause and reverse your circle. Good, and as you move right here, pause, step a little wider, see if you can go into a figure eight. Now, when you go into a figure eight, really use your joints. So if your knees are locked, you're not gonna go anywhere. So you really wanna move, that's it, nice. So nothing can knock you down. And then you pause, and you reverse your circle. And you just kind of roll it around. Now sometimes you may find when you change directions, the body says, yeah, not a fan of this way. So give it a few, and then pause and shake it out. Stand again, hip distance apart. Feel this lifting through center, but don't stop here. Feel like you're lifting up and out through the crown of the head. So pay attention to what's going on in this space at the lower belly. This is what lifts you here. Soften the knees, lift up and down. Take a breath. And then sink it. Good. Now I'm going to stretch my arms out to the side. Look to the right and to the left. I'm going to step a little wider and roll my hands, bringing out the washcloth. Feel that sensation of grounding a little wider, moving out through and across the shoulders and the arms. Good. One palm and then the other. Now this takes us right into star pose. Maybe you can take an even bigger step. Shoulders back and down, belly is tucked. Now I'm going to take the left hand, roll it up, right palm down. I'm going to angle my feet so when I move my right knee over my toes, I can still see my toes. Left arm comes up, I look up and beyond the fingers. And then I switch. Moving the star, tilting the star, and feeling that sensation through the center of the body. Breathe. Now, if it's too much for your neck, then don't do the neck, just keep your head at neutral. Breathe. One more on each side. Come to neutral, relax the arms, give them a breath, shake them out. Now, as you squat right here, be mindful of this and see if you can bring yourself here, nice and strong and balanced. Breathe. We're going to cross. In the front, come down as low as you can go. Inhale, lift up, stretch up. Breathe. Feel like you're skimming your hands around a three-dimensional ball. This is your bowl of abundance. Breathe. And breathe. And gather what you need and let go of what doesn't work. And breathe. Now, if I want, I can widen it, but you only go where it's comfortable because now you want to sink even a little lower. If it's comfortable, come a little lower and expand your horizons. Down and up. And down and up and down and up. Nice. And down and up. Here's your X. So if you could teleport yourself anywhere in the world, soften the shoulders, where would you be? So we're going to sweep the arms and embrace that and bring it in. And exhale and open. Lean a little back. And embrace the stuff that you love about this place. How does it nourish you and fill you up? And you come down as low as you want. And breathe. And out and in with the breath. Last one on each side. And pause. And shake it out. And move it around. Maybe your legs are a little wider now. And see if you can really feel the sensation of moving more fluidly. And then reverse. Breathe. Good. Shake it out. Take a breath. You can widen your stance. Hands come right to the tops. Now rock diagonally. Stretching. Now be mindful of this. Just as an FYI, watch this. Not this. This. So you're lengthening through the spine and you're rocking the shoulders. Good, nice, beautiful. Good job. And rock it out. And then just come to neutral, tuck the spine, now ripple it up. Roll the shoulders, see how that feels. 3, and then reverse. Roll forward any amount. You can go as far as you can comfortably go. You can release your head. See how you feel. Notice where you're warmer, where you have a burst of heat. Now I'm going to clasp my hands together. Then it makes space. We're going to chop wood. So we want to connect to the wood of the earth. So the knees come over, the toes. I bend down, inhale, lift up, and come behind. Exhale, and inhale. And down, and up, and down, and up at your own pace. And one more. Hang it forward. Now when you come forward here, see if you can feel like you're maybe a little more closer to yourself, to your earth. And we're going to use this to transition down onto the mat. Toes are tucked. We come right into our table, flatten the back, tuck up this belly. Head's an extension of the spine, and just rock into your feet. So just rock out here. Now, if you have issues with your knees and this doesn't work for you, then you don't do it. And then come to neutral, flatten the feet so that you get a stretch through the dorsals back and forth. See if you can really press the toenails into the mat. Good. Now when I come back, if I can come back, I'm going to widen my knees, touch my toes. If I have a block, I'm going to grab that block and just let my head rest right on the block. If I don't have a block, then I just stack my fingers in a 1 potato, 2 potato, or I can use a book if I'm at home and I don't have a block. And sink, shoulders back. And if you're comfortable, you can roll your head. This helps to reset the nervous system, to ground down, to create a release. Head, center of the forehead, eyes, nose, back of the throat, jaw, throat, the whole throat to the heart and down to the belly. Take a breath. Slide your arms forward, teepee your fingers. Sink maybe a little lower. Release the arms, take a breath. And then if you're comfortable, you can remove the block and come right down into your child's pose. Extending the arms into an extended child's pose. Expanding. Slide your hands back to frame the face. So I slide right back like I'm in a sphinx pose. And now I'm just going to rock the shoulders here. And I look to the right and I look to the left and I soften my jaw. I get a nice little diagonal stretch. Good. Come to neutral, pause, widen your hands if that's comfortable for you, shoulders back and down. And you can bring your ear as low as you want and you push up with intention. So it's a little push up, down and up with intention. And you bring it down. And if it doesn't feel comfortable to go that low, you don't go that low. Releasing through the back and shoulders and hips, and take a breath. One more on each side. Good. And then this time when you come up, take a breath, walk your hands back. Now when you bring your hands back and you ground yourself down, roll your head to the right and to the left, pay attention to your neck, soften the jaw. Good. Bring your hands so the forearms rest. And just a little gentle glide side to side. And then maybe, if you're comfortable, you can glide your arms a little more forward. and stretch. Good. Now you're just going to widen the elbows and you're going to take one palm, place it in the other, and just hold your head. Now whatever thoughts you have floating around in there, if they're negative, repetitive, cyclical, non-productive, just say to yourself, I am letting it go. If you need to use a block and let your head rest on a block, use the block. You just want to ground down the front of the forehead and breathe. Take a breath, 2 or 3, and then release and bring that up. Now when I come back, I'm going to let my hands come back as if I'm resting on my forearms like a sphinx pose, and I'm going to glide back and ripple up. When my arms are straight, that's when I lift my head and I ripple it back down like a wave. So connect now to the water. You're going with the flow of the water, combining it with the flow of your breath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And ripple back up. Good. Come back up as high as you can go. Swing off your legs because we've been here a while. Release your legs forward and just rock. See if you can level out. Now feel the space that you may have attained for yourself in your joints, in your spine, in your breath, in your thoughts, in your jaw. And then pause and see how you feel. I'm going to bring the right leg up so the heel is about in line with the knee. I hold the right hand at the shin. Left hand comes straight out from the hip. I'm going to roll and come back and roll and get a little more space here. Space through the hips, knees, side body, shoulders, wherever. Now when you come back, just going to roll the leg out. If you need a block, you take the block and slide it underneath the leg. Let the arm rest. Left hand comes out to the side and then just gently back and sit tall and soften it. Relax the jaw. Now I'm going to roll toward the bent knee. Take a twist. And then roll toward the extended leg. Take a twist. Do 2 more of these at your own rate. And another. And 1 more. Good. And then just let that foot glide against the extended leg, and it should be longer. And rock it. Just rock it right in the heel. Good. Left leg comes in, knee comes about, the heel comes about in line with your extended knee. I hold the shin with my left hand. I ground out through the hip, and now I rock. And don't collapse. Through the chest, the jaw, the head. Keep the head up. And rock it out. Now be mindful if you have knee or hip issues or replacements and something doesn't work, you don't do it, or you do less. 1 more. Good. Pause. If you need your block, you let it glide. Foot comes like the base of a tree, so this would be the base of tree pose. And I breathe. Take a breath. See if you're leaning. Feel your hip. Roll toward the bent knee. Twist it out. And toward the leg that's extended. 2 more sets. 1, 2, last one. Good. Come to neutral. Slide that leg down. Hopefully it's the same length. Rock that foot. Now, when you come back here, rock and see if you feel like you have a little more balance in the sitting bones, through the hips, through the pelvic girdle. Pause, extend your legs. I'm gonna move my head, make sure my neck is not tight. Feet are flexed. I sit up nice and tall. Take a breath. Reach my arms. Now my knees are not locked, straight, shoulders down, and just a little pulsing. Keep the chin back, don't get involved with it. Just a little stretch toward the toes. Relax the shoulders down. That's it. Go as far as you can go comfortably. Last one. Wherever you can touch, that's where your fingers land. So legs, knees, thighs, feet, whatever is comfortable for you. Take a breath. Release that. Twist. And twist. And right arm down and left arm up and over. And opposite side. And then I'm going to twist that right hand toward the back, left hand toward the feet. Don't have to touch them. And then opposite side. And then come back to center. And I'm going to transition down. Bring your block with you. I'm going to take the block, put it right between my legs. My feet are gently flexed. I can hold below the knee, or behind the knee, or out to the letter T and just rock here. Make it small, you don't have to make it big, and definitely not fast. Faster is not necessarily better. And then soften the feet and see if it's a little less work. Wiggle the fingers and the toes. See if you go a little lower. Go left, look right. Go right, look left. And feel that twist. Be mindful of where you are in your body. If you have osteopenia, osteoporosis, or any kind of anything that will prevent you from doing this, then you don't do it. And then you pause, release. Keep the blocks here, flex the feet, little circle. Now you really have to engage through the lower belly and the back. 3, and then reverse your circle. 1, 2, 3. Release the block. Bring the feet to the floor. Heels are on the mat, toes are off, and just rock your legs. Little windshield wipers here. Now feel the space that you're holding on your mat. The space where you're resting, the space above you, the length of you, beyond your head, beyond your feet. Just feel that space. Now come to neutral, feet are just grounded, hands come up to the sky, shoulders are down, and rock that space between your shoulder blades. And get more space here, through the ribs, through the back, and front, through the shoulder blades. Through the shoulder capsule. Take a breath with you as you go. And if you're comfortable, you can invert your hands and rock here. Keep the arms soft. You don't have to lock the elbows. If you want more, you bring the elbow down toward the floor, any amount if you choose. Get a little deeper stretch under the shoulder blade. If it's not comfortable for your hands to be inverted, then you don't do it. You just can leave your hands as they are. Good. Pause. Bringing the soles of your feet together. Slide your legs long. Go into your full body stretch and feel where you're longer, straighter, where you have more space and length. Take a breath and a yawn with you. Good. Bring your knees into your chest and just rock it out gently. So don't crimp. You don't need to bring it in too close. Just a gentle rocking here, softening the lower spine. If it's too much to hold the front of the shin, then bring the hands behind the knee and the back of the thigh, and you just rock here. Feet are soft. Good. Pause, bring the feet up. Feet are flexed. Knees are bent as wide as you want as you go into your happy baby. So open up your legs into a gentle V and just rock it out and get the benefit of this as an inversion. Good. Pause, hug that right leg in, take a breath, and switch. Feet are flexed. And then point the feet, stretch, and reverse. And then point one foot and flex the other, doesn't matter, and reverse it. Good, and then happy baby. Just bring it back up and see how that is. Good. Bring your legs together, straighten your legs. Don't lock the knees. Flex your feet as much as you can. Toes are toward the nose. Point and flex. And feel that. And do it with intention. Feel how the lumbar spine presses into the mat. Soften the jaw. Point one foot, flex the other, so you're pedaled now. Good. Roll the feet at the ankle, little circles. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring your knees in, just a gentle rocking. Feel the sensations that you've activated. Good. Pause. Cross the right foot over the ankle. Widen your legs. So you want to open up, hands cap the knees so the fingertips point toward the toes, and you roll around into your pelvic tilt. And take your time here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Bring your legs up straight. Just hold them there. See what sensations you've activated. Let all that oxygenated blood come right back down to the torso and the heart. So it assists with digestion, feeds the heart, sends more oxygen to the torso. And then cross left foot over the right ankle, widen the knees, and roll around again. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then reverse your circle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then pause. Bring your legs back up. Give yourself a breath or 2 or 3 here. Wiggle your toes. Notice what you notice. Maybe move your feet a little bit. Good. Just side to side. Maybe a big V here. So your legs are wide and your feet are soft and you're just rocking it out. Good. Pause when you come to neutral. Heels come down, lowercase V. Push up, capital letter V. Lowercase, push up with your feet. And down, don't snap the knees. And press, and down, and press. And last one, and down, and press. Bring your feet to the floor. Hands right on the ribs or the hips, little windshield wipers. Just small and gentle. Now walk your feet to neutral. Cross the right foot over the ankle. Crosses over the thigh, so right over left. If you're on the opposite side, it doesn't matter. Hands can stay here. They can come out to the letter T. You can bring them to cactus arms. You can bring it higher like a little diamond, but you just want your arms on the floor. You want to feel the sensation of opening through the shoulders and the hips. And you just rock right here. Feel that connection to your length of the spine, your shoulders and your hips. The way the head is resting on the mat, the curve at the back of the neck, the curve at the back of the lumbar spine, the space between your fingers and the center of your palms, the space underneath and between your legs, and just soften it. And then release that and switch to the other side and rock it out. And just soften. Good, release your feet. Come back into your windshield wipers. You can make them as big or as small as you want it to be. See how that feels. Good. When you come to the right, roll your legs to the right, look to the left. Left hip lifts, shoulders stay on the floor, pause. And then head and knees come to center. Head rolls to the right, knees go to the left. You get a little lift and pause. And back and forth at your own rate. One more set. Good, come back to neutral, a little rocking. Now pause, walk your feet to parallel. Your feet come in as close as you can. Your hands can come down parallel to the torso. I'm coming right up into my bridge so I can take a block with me. When I lift up, I slide the block underneath the base of the sacral spine, nothing in the curve of the back. I lift and tuck underneath the shoulder blades, and I breathe. So the bridge pose is all about connections. Connections to yourself, hands, feet, head, opening the front of the body, down this whole center of the back. It's about grounding down and opening up. It's about flexibility, release. But it's also about how do you connect to yourself, to the people you love, the people you're not a fan of, the world, issues, actions, reactions, and see if you can soften it. Take a breath, inhale, lift the arms. Arms come straight up to the ceiling and you pause here. Feel your shoulder blades. Lift up, sink down, rotate the hands, open out. Feel that space across the back of the body, the opening to the chest. Breathe. Soften it. Notice if one shoulder's higher than the other, see if you can adjust it. Glide your hands behind you, go into an extended lengthening of your bridge. Breathe. Inhale, lift the arms right back up to center with the breath. And then you release the hands and the breath and you bring them straight back down to the mat and you pause. Hold the block, bring your knees into your chest, bring your feet all the way up, come into your supported shoulder stand. Take a breath. Knees are soft. Good. Point and flex your feet here. Point one, flex the other. Roll the feet around at the ankle. Reverse your circle. Good. And then act like you're riding a bike. So you're just going to pedal it around. And then reverse the pedal motion. Good, feet, point your feet, kick like you're swimming in a pool. Heel kick. Toe kick. Controlled and gentle, heel kick. Good, open big V, point and flex here. Good, bring the legs in, cross like a scissor. Heel can be flexed if you choose. And then just shake your legs. Shake, 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 shake. Release the knees into the chest, let your feet just hang, feel the sensations that you've activated. And then slowly and gently you bring your feet to the mat. Take a breath. Inhale. Imagine there's a string in the belly button and you're going to lift up, slide the block out, but stay up. Take a breath. And then exhale, ripple the spine slowly and gently back to the mat. When you land the full spine on the mat, don't move, just pause. Slide your hands underneath your head, elbows out to the side, thumbs come to the base of the spine. Take a breath. And if you're comfortable, you can lift up, but there's no pulling of the neck, and you just rock that upper body. Get a little more space through the thoracic spine. And then pause and rock the legs gently. See if you get little pop, pop, pops. Bring the soles of your feet together, stretch your legs straight down, go into your full body stretch, take a big stretch, a big yawn. Now, we're quickly coming into our Shavasana. So, if you need to bring your knees in and you need to rock, if you need to twist, if you need to come into a happy baby, if you need another bridge pose, if you need another full body stretch, you do what you need to do. I'm going to sit myself up. You're just going to stay in whatever's a comfortable place for you. If you need your shoe, your socks, your jacket, a support, whatever, now's the time. You can set yourself up so you're totally comfortable. As you rest in this place, wherever you are, and you rest right back down on the earth, feel different. Feel all the places that you're making contact with the mat and the earth. Feel longer. Feel more, maybe you feel warmer. Maybe your shoulders are more down and away from the ears. Maybe you're more relaxed. Maybe your brain isn't so busy. And as you breathe in and you breathe out right here, and you rest into this place, again, visualize a place in nature that you love. If at any time, as you're resting in this position, you're uncomfortable, you shift it. I am breathing in. And I am breathing out into this place where I am my own self. There's nowhere to go and there's nothing to do except to pause, to notice, to observe, to listen, to feel where I've opened, what I've stretched, what I've released, where I've released it. Pay attention, maybe your brain is not so busy. If there's anything that still needs attention, tell yourself to relax it. Use your breath as your focus. As you breathe in and you breathe out, let the sound of the bowl move around you, through you. Inhale it. Imagine that it's moving into your body, releasing anything else that needs attention. As you breathe in and you breathe out, now feel your feet. ground yourself down, and then feel the length of your whole body. Focus on the inhale and the exhale. Feel the movement of the breath. Find your natural rhythm of your breath and connect it to the air. So you're grounding down and you're breathing into the space now that you've created for yourself. Space to move, space to breathe, space to think a new thought, space to be creative, space to listen, notice, and observe. Space to relax the heart. And then swallow gently and just notice. Maybe your mouth feels a little dry, that maybe you need to connect back to some water. And wherever your place is, maybe add some water there and connect yourself back so you feel buoyant and light. You're floating, but you're grounded, rooted, and supported. Connecting back to the elements of the earth, which connect back to those same elements within the body. And then feel the warmth of your body and connect it to the warmth of the sun. And visualize yourself at this place that you love. The sun's shining and it's warming you up. But remember, we're in the season of spring. So it's all about blooming and growing and rooting and shifting and changing and noticing something different about yourself, about your world, about the space, about something. And then as you breathe in and you breathe out and you notice where you are and how you feel, that's a different in a positive way. Ask yourself, what's the fire of my intention? What would I like to see bloom and grow this season of spring? What can I let go of so I have more space to plant a new thought? Pursue something different. Try something new. Explore something creative. Solve a problem. Tap into your intuition, imagination, and inspiration. Relaxing the space around the eyes, the back of the throat, the nose, the ears, the shoulders, the spine, hips, legs, all the way down to the feet, and then through the arms. And as you breathe in and you breathe out right here, just listen. Is there a thought that pops up when you're calm and relaxed and at ease? And begin to deepen your breath. And begin to wiggle your fingers and your toes. And maybe roll your head a little bit if you need to move your neck just gently. Take a humongous breath in through the nose, go into a full body stretch, bring a yawn, a stretch, a sigh, a sound with you. Bring your knees into your chest and rock it out. Take your time. Then bring your legs up to the sky and rock it out, get a little inversion. Shake your arms and shake your legs and wake yourself up because I need you to be awake when you get in the car. Shake it out and shake it out and shake it out. And then just bring your knees in, roll to whatever side calls to you, support your head and neck with your arm and just rest for a breath before you transition up. Take your time. There's no way to rush. And then when you're ready, that's when you bring yourself up to whatever's a comfortable seated position for you. And stir the pot. And notice maybe you feel lighter, more fluid, better posture, more grounded, more connected and aligned. And then when you come back to the circle, pause and go the other way. Just roll it all around. Let all the parts come together to meld into one new thing. And when you come back to center, just let your hands rest and gather, just like a beautiful bouquet of flowers. Whatever you need, beauty, peace, love, contentment, peace, confidence, courage, awareness, patience, doesn't matter. Just fill it all up. And bring it down, and then we seal the practice. So we bring the hands up, and we bring our fingertips together, and we bring this sensation of light and balance, and the hands come together, and length and support, and whatever else you need right to the heart. Because this is where you are truly home, and that is enough. Namaste. Namaste, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy spring. Thank you so much for coming out. I'll see you next time. Don't forget to drink water, eat some protein. Take good care of yourselves. Thank you.